There had been allegations that we were going to lose all of the trees, and the intention is not to lose a single tree. I mean, I think we can all sometimes look at things but not see what's being proposed, and sometimes listen to things but not actually hear what's being proposed. And
Hang on a moment. Did we get that right? That sometimes you can't hear what's being proposed? In that case, let's listen to it again.
there had been allegations that we were going to lose all of the trees, and the intention is not to lose a single tree.
There you have it. Not to lose a single tree. Let's just hear it once more so there can be no doubt.
And the intention is not to lose a single tree.
All right, so far so good. Well, we know who's providing that information. That's clear. It's Senator Farnham, because we heard him. And we know what the information is, that the intention is not to harm a single tree. So how do we test whether or not what he has said and what he's told you is true, or whether what he's told you is false? Well, the answer is we refer to the report that was commissioned by the Council of Ministers, in which the experts set out exactly the effects of the new proposed road. So this here is the appendix to the report, and you can see at the top there are a number of options, and it's option number 7, which is the preferred access route, which is being proposed by the Council of Ministers. Down the left hand side you can see a number of criteria which were set out by the report writers. And if we go down to halfway down, you can see there's an entry there saying number of trees affected, and slightly across to the right you'll see that's measured by meters squared of canopy lost. So following that line along until you get to option number 7, and hold on, what's this? 2,355 meters squared. So what Senator Farnham has told you is not true. Under option 7, the one which is being proposed by the Council of Ministers, very clearly in their own report, it is set out that 2,355 meters square of canopy will be lost. Even the sparse diagrams that have been released show exactly the same point. On this very vague diagram released by the Council of Ministers, the proposed road is shown cutting through the children's play area in People's Park and through the bowls club around the hairpin bend by Gallows Hill. This is a satellite picture showing an aerial view of the area. If one is superimposed over the other, you can immediately see that it's impossible for this road network to be built without destroying trees. Returning to the technical report again at page 5, paragraph 2.4, it says, for the purposes of this assessment, any trees overhanging an existing highway would need to be removed should works to the highway be required. To see the true effect, you don't even have to look at the reports. You can simply go for a walk along St. Auben's Road. On this diagram, the parts shaded in red show the areas of land that will need to be acquired by compulsory purchase, including a stretch of St. Auben's Road running along the perimeter of People's Park. If we look now at an actual photograph, it's obvious once again that trees will have to be removed. The same is true as you go further up Westmount Road towards Gallows Hill, and the important historical site where Major Pearson assembled his troops at the Battle of Jersey. Any observer can easily see that it's impossible to widen this road without removing trees. Returning once again to that diagram of the areas to be acquired by compulsory purchase, it also goes to demonstrate that even the information that is provided is misleading. While it is correct that Pearson Road and Westmount Road belong to the parish of St Helier and must be obtained by compulsory purchase, however St Auben's Road is already in public ownership. The Council of Ministers can't even colour in a picture properly. The government doesn't have to compulsorily purchase this area of road because it already owns it. That just demonstrates how unreliable the information provided really is. Quite frankly, it's embarrassing. A report produced by the scrutiny panel notes the panel has asked the Our Hospital team if an appropriately detailed design of the proposed roadworks in the preferred option could be provided, so that States members and members of the community can understand the impact that proposal will have on the parks, the townscape and the surroundings of St Helier. The main reason given by Senator Farnham for not providing the information is that it would be wrong to spend money on obtaining detail until such time as the states approve the access route in principle. Whilst at first blush that may seem a sensible approach, It's contradictory to the fact that for weeks engineers have been carrying out test drilling along the length of Westmount Road. So whilst the Council of Ministers are happy to spend money on topographical and geotechnical surveys, they're not willing to spend the money to produce very simple diagrams in order to inform the public as to what is proposed for the road network. As the Our Hospital team comes under more and more pressure, it appears that Senator Farnham is making up matters as he is going along. Initially, there was no designs available to show people the road network, whilst in the next breath he was telling the media that there was going to be a rising section of road over the Bowls Club on Westmount Road with archways underneath which could extend People's Park. That was the first time anyone heard that design principle. For what is going to be the biggest building project that Jersey has ever undertaken, there has been a distinct lack of information provided to the public of the island. At a time when many businesses are on their knees financially, members of the states owe a duty to the public of the island not to squander its money and instead demand a proper and informed debate on the access proposition.